we did unlock a new DLC mission, The Lights in Amuro's Life. This one is related to the development of another mobile suit. Let's see, Amuro needs 30 kills. So, in response to that, I am going to put on... new Gundam, going to put on... Gonna take that off the Huck bin. And... Gonna try to feed some kills in this next mission to Amuro. But for that, we're gonna hit these next 3 missions, and then we're gonna finally hit the star missions. Which, one I have been putting off for a while, and I've been hyping up. But first, a new Getter Ray powered battle begins. Freak the fuck out. There's going to be trouble. Welcoming demons straight out of hell. The Getter team. Sure, yeah, they definitely did that. I mean, you're not wrong. We've all heard the rumors. The demonic Getter team. No, 2 members. Let's be fair, 2 members are batshit insane. We've been friends ever since. The stuff about them being demons? There's no smoke without fire. First up, the leader, Ryoma Nagari. Even the other demons of hell cringe at how violent he is. Yep. We've been calling him the Violence for so long. He had the eyes of a beast back then. That was... So when they talk about the photo they're talking about, that's Ryoma during the original Getter Robo. The Ryoma now has the appearance of Getter Robo Armageddon. Tactical Advisor Hayato Jin. Cruel, heartless, ruthless. So cold he could actually make hell freeze over. Yes! I've mentioned before and I will not stop mentioning this. Hayato Jin reorganized his high school into a lynch mob to headhunt politicians. He was an anarchist who then joined the government. The muscle man who beggars belief, Benkei Kurama. Yeah. Do you notice they mentioned Benkei? This is also one of the few timelines where Musashi is alive. Musashi did not die in this timeline. You only know this if you were on some of the frontline missions. And you see him defending a photon power research plant in Getter 3. And I don't mean like Shin Getter. I mean Getter 3. Well, yes. Okay, so, okay, talk about the weird, at least with SR, I've noticed some of the ways they treat him more as, not Go Nagai's, Ken's manga as a higher canon than the original animation. The original animation it was meant to, you know, be a Saturday morning cartoon, essentially. It was meant to be something kids could watch. Meanwhile, in the original Getter Robo manga, it opens up with Ryoma killing a bunch of people in a gruesome way, followed by Hayato surgically dismantling a man's face with his fingers. Getter Robo's manga and its original anime runs are batshit insane. They are just so far different. They didn't really start syncing up in terms of like the graphic content between the two until I'd say Getter Robo Armageddon. The original new Getter Robo, I think it was the one that introduced Ghost Team. The original manga run goes into the eldritch horror that is Getter Rays. And introduces something else to the Getter Robo canon that we'll talk about later, because it becomes a major plot point. It's a bit of a battlefield, so we'll find them. Where there is a fight, there's the Getter team. Actually, no, Texas Mech appeared in Shin Getter versus Neo Getter. So, who knows? Maybe one day we will see it again. I believe because they tend to use Getter Robo Armageddon as the base. They could have Texas Mech and have it just be one of the other robots from the Lunar Conflict. There was more than enough. Oh, great. I mean, okay, let's be honest. If they were going to use Arc, they also would have used it in SR30. Arc was already done by the time this game came out, if I remember correctly. So, I think they're going to keep... So, the reason I think they're not going to use Getter Robo Arc is because they really just want to keep using Ryoma Nagari. Ryoma is the face of Getter Robo. The EFF were terrorists all along. And mutes are unmanned, so in other words, we don't have to hold back. So, let me see. How many did they spawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they spawned 6. So, I'm actually going to just move Amuro up and use it to farm kills to Amuro. Everyone else get back on board. Getter Robo Arc does appear in the mobile games, if I remember correctly. But, if they were to use Getter Robo Arc, the main issue they have is they wouldn't be able to use, Shin Getter Dragon. And I don't mean, like... I mean Shin Getter Dragon as in, like, the big motherfucker. Not the, Getter we got in SRT. not... Okay, so the issue is with Shin Getter Dragon having two different machines is, to put it simply, there was a Shin Getter Dragon introduced in a PS1 game. That's the one that we see that was introduced finally to SR proper in SRT. The idea of Shin Getter Dragon is there was Getter Robo and then there was Getter Robo Dragon. That was the progression for Ryoma in his Getter in the original run. So Shin Getter was the second state based on Getter Robo. Shin Getter Dragon is the idea of we took Shin Getter and upgraded that. So its next step would be Getter Dragon. The issue is they had two different designs for it. The new way they do it is Shin Getter Dragon is the mech form that Ryoma gets in this in SRT. And Shin Getter Dragon true form is the one we saw in SRV, which is the big motherfucker. It's mostly a thing of, like, the main reason this issue exists a little bit is because other people have been creating Getter stuff, especially more so since the death of, Ken. Rest in peace, Ken Ishikawa. But, since his death, there have been some things in Getter. The last thing we got in terms of his work, that is one way you can do it too. I'm just using the terms they use here in SR30. I mean, okay, here's the thing. If it was normal Amuro Ray, they might have a point. But this Amuro, on the other hand, has been training. There he is! The violence! Yep. So this Amuro knows how to fight outside the cockpit because he's trained with Ryoma Nagari. I'm pretty sure Ryoma is immortal. Yep, good old Musashi's doing his thing in Asia, so we got Benkei on the team. There's a lot of Getter side characters you can see if you do frontline missions. Hey, go. Old man is dead. I know, I love it. They do it at SRT, and it's the best writing decision. I love it. It's so good. Like, putting the three first as, like, best friends is so great. Because you have the first Gundam, the first Combiner, and the first Mazin. Oh, the first piloted robot. The one who started this whole shit show. Go is... Okay, I'm gonna talk real quick about how Go is used in SR30. Go is really fucking cryptic in this game, which is about how he is in Getter Robo Armageddon. Here they come. Ah, yes, some fucking Jagans. Yeta B! Oh, we could. Holy shit. He is a demon. Pretty much. So yes, talking about some of the changes to the Getter Robo Armageddon timeline this go around. Dr. Saitomi ran a rebellion after the lunar conflict. And the Getter pilots here took him down, but they never found his true motivations. This Ryoba never went to prison and was never framed for murder. Yeah, Black Getter never existed in this timeline. Oh, so this is a special thing that happens in one of the DLCs? That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. The fact that Go manages to do this shit is great. Oh my god, that's fucking great. Thank you for sending me that. So we got invaders. And ooh. Shin took a solid hit. The Metal Beasts. So talk about the Metal Beasts also through a little bit of learning. Metal Beasts here have kind of a weird history from my understanding. They were originally... Okay, so... Yeah, that does happen. But also, okay, so talking about Go here. Go's original manga and anime had the Metal Beasts. The thing is, it wasn't supposed to be a Getter anime. It was supposed to be a Mazinger anime. They just couldn't get it off the ground in terms of writing. They didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do. So it then became a Getter anime. These are not the ones that appear in that anime and manga at all. Go, explain. Dead silence. Shin Getter's trashed. It's here. It's a Getter. Yeah, they reference it here. It reminds me of Dragon. So they're talking about Getter Robo Dragon, which is the second tier of the original, as I mentioned earlier. It's here for me. This Getter was made for me. Yeah, no, we get Getter. Yeah, no, we lose the other two for a decent bit. Getter, to be honest, I don't disagree with putting a nerf on Getter Robo. Getter Robo needs it because it is absurdly overpowered. I don't know what the hell your plan is. I ain't playing your game. Wait. Is the default from it? Okay, good. So the song that... Yeah, there's 3 songs from... I just had to double check that. But more importantly... Okay, so talk about Shin Getter Dragon in its current state. There is some interesting things going on with Shin Getter Dragon. You have, of course... You only get 3 attacks with it. The Tomahawk Boomerang, the Getter Tomahawk, and the Getter Beam. Getter Beam currently has Move and Fire to make up for the fact that it is nerfed, being is missing Hayato and Benkei. But with that though, let's give Ryoma a nice proper welcome. Seriously, no upgrades, no power parts. Yeah, no, even with a nerf, it is stupidly overpowered. An evolved form of Invader. What on earth is happening around Ryoma? Bullshit is happening! And Ryoma wouldn't have it any other way, if we're gonna be honest. Yeah, if bullshit wasn't happening around Ryoma, he'd get bored! And bored Ryoma equals violence! You know what? Also, just because I want to, we gotta hear the scream. I'm gonna fight as long as I live. Oh, he didn't. I'm sad he didn't shout it. Though, as always, Ryoma's voice actor fucking phenomenal. So, for a little while until we get, until the only issue Shin Getter has as a Shin Getter Dragon's gonna have right now is that Shin Getter Dragon really doesn't have much options in terms of long-range combat. The Getter Beam does not have a good reach, and until I get some power parts on it, that is going to be a problem. It's not unfixable, it's just a problem. Everyone moved up. Though, Ryoma might be done before anyone else gets that. Nope, nope. I forgot Jonah. Oh yeah, I gotta get some of the stuff off of Jonah. And put it back onto my other machines. Yeah, pretty much once you give Ryoma his Ace Pilot bonus and you get some stuff to fix Getter's range issues, the machine's nearly unstoppable. Amuro just needs 5 more kills. So we got invaders from the lunar conflict. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Ryoma does not give a shit. Ryoma will kill them either way. He's scary. I live to fight and I fight to live. I love how it's not even like a request or anything. It's just Shin Getter and I will be joining your team. Okay. Oh yeah, so this is kind of a funny thing. You could say. So Ermir, in his world, Ryoma Nagari is, from my understanding, Getter Robo Ryoma Nagari. Ryoma as a grizzled veteran. Oh, I love it. This is why I love playing this game with the DLC when you get characters from other worlds. They're just like, what the fuck? Oh, so yeah, no. Even if they didn't want to bother him, you want Ryoma around to work on Shin Getter. He's at this point, I'd say he probably knows at least a decent bit on how to fix that thing's fucking engine. Not little, just slightly below average height. True, true. I love it. Amuro's like, we're gonna slowly move towards Ryoma. Ryoma does, it's not like Char, where Char's like trying to kick humanity. Ryoma's like, I'm just gonna pull it here, because fuck you. You want to do your own repairs. It's also the fact that unlike Amuro's and the other machines, like, don't get me wrong, the Minovsky drives are tough to work on, are dangerous to work on, being they're somewhat miniature nukes. Well, the miniature nuclear reactors, they are still more stable than whenever the fuck a Getter engine is. Because, don't remember, a single leak of a Getter engine will kill everyone in seconds. Not like, you know, like, oh, radiation poisoning. No, 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 no. You will turn to bone. Getter death is not pleasant. Let's see. With that, let's actually check out the stuff behind Getter. Instead of powering up its weapons, I'm going for its special bonus for reaching level 1 for its upgrades, because plus 50, plus 100 armor, and EN Regen S is now EN Regen Medium. That's really going to help in terms of Ryoma's energy, because Getter does consume a lot of energy. Okay, give him that. If you started with SRV, custom bonuses were kind of different. The way they worked in Super Robot Wars V, X, and I think T. I don't remember that's how it worked in T exactly. The way it worked in those ones is it was 50% of the upgrades. So if you just got 50% in everything, like say you put everything into HP, energy, and then a little bit into armor, you would get the 50% bonus. But if you got 100, you got another upgrade base. So you could just boost one key aspect of the suit. In particular, you could add +1 to movement, a permanent +1 to range, plus 200 to all your damage, and boost all the various adaptability stats. Let's see. So with that, though, let's continue on and let's reacquire another set. Well, this is a set of old friends for us, but it is also a new set. We're going to Rome. The request of the GGG. The Gutsy Global Guard. Is it the Gusty Geoid Guard? I thought it was the Gutsy Galaxy Guard. All correct in a way. They are technically 3 different organizations that succeeded one another. Let's have a refresher on King of the Braves lore. So, there was a primeval war that happened about 10 years ago. That was against the battle against the alien life forms of the Trinary solar system, right? The Zandarians and the 31 machine primevals. They just really liked the acronym, pretty much. So there was the Zandarians and the 31 machine primevals. We encountered that storyline in Super Robot Wars T. That is the plot line of King of the Braves, GalGaiGar. And that was the Gusty Geoid Guard, also known as the GGG. Later on Earth, the Federation found its successor for the purpose of protecting space. That was Gutsy Galaxy Guard, which was pretty much just the same staff. And then, yeah. This part of it isn't public knowledge. During the exile, they went to the Trinary solar system. They weren't supposed to, so they were technically exiled. That would be Guy and the rest of the King of the Braves team we've come to know over the course of Super Robot Wars T. And this is, I believe, the plot of Final GalGaiGar. It's in a different time. It was a universe that existed 15 billion years ago. The Big Bang that gave birth to our universe was the end of theirs. Yeah, this was 10 years ago, so this was just out of the 1-year war. They left on their own, choosing to be called traitors rather than let our universe die. They were Braves. They never returned. They had said managed to get 2 children back to Earth while they were stranded in a dying universe. That leads us to the current GGG, which is the Gutsy Global Guard. They have the facilities and a lot of people would say the soul of the old GG. They've got a couple of the old members, but mostly some of the younger side who have grown up. This time they found the base of Bionet, an international crime syndicate. Which, if I am correct, Bionet is not from King of the Braves. It is from, I'd like to say, a spin-off of King of the Braves. It was set in the same universe, but it wasn't them. I don't know the full deal. Unfortunately, I am not the most familiar with the Brave series of Super Robot shows. There's a lot of them. I've mostly gone used to King of the Braves, Brave Express, and J-Decker. That's mostly through Super Robot Wars. So it is Betterman, okay. I forgot its name, I'm gonna be honest. They sent their agents to scout the situation, and we're gonna be providing backup. And I wonder what kind of people they are. So, let's reintroduce Mamoru. He was that little kid we saw in Super Robot Wars T, and he's all grown up now. And then we have Kaido. Again, another kid we saw during Super Robot Wars T. Mamoru was with Guy in GaoGaiGar, and Kaido was with Jay. So we have both of these two now as pilots. So, okay, I want to talk about the weird thing really quick about this series in particular's inclusion. This is not King of the Braves GaoGaiGar or King of the Braves GaoGaiGar Final. This is King of the Braves GaoGaiGar versus Betterment. If you're confused as to anyone who's like a fan of King of the Braves has watched all the animes goes, what the fuck are you talking about? You have good reason for saying that. King of the Braves versus Betterment was never animated. It has been scripted. It has been published as a light novel, from my understanding, with legal permission from Sunrise by the writers. They've gone a step further and have made an opening song for it. They are ready to make this an anime, or at the very least a movie. They just have not been given the green light. And then the fucking madman who run the Super Robot Wars team was like, yeah, we're gonna use this. Marking not only its debut, but the debut for some of these machines, because they've never been animated. We're introduced to Pseudo Zondar Metal. I just had to get that out there, like, just to explain, like, how insane this is that this made it into the game. What the fuck? We're now having a 60 FPS glitch with the portrait transitions going on. She's pretty forthright. I wouldn't be surprised! Because, like, okay. I do think currently in the mecha genre, like, as of the modern day mecha, there is a severe lack of a super robot anime. Like, don't get me wrong, Sunrise is chugging away making the real types. We got a Battle at the Borderline and Mobile Suit Gundam. But, like, we don't have anything on the level that was King of the Braves. Yeah, I think they are the most recent, and Infinity will only exists because it's a... Let's be honest, Infinity is just a love letter to Go Nagai's work. Because Go Nagai and Ken Ishikawa both were huge figureheads in the anime industry. Like, hell, Go Nagai, again, one of his most relevant ones to this series' biggest contribution is Mazinga. And Ken Ishikawa, one of his best friends, gave us Getter Robo. And Getter Robo would have inadvertently lead to the creation of Gurren Lagann, which would then lead to the creation of Kill la Kill, because for those unaware, the creator of Kill la Kill, who I believe is also the creator of Gurren Lagann, worked with Ken Ishikawa, loves Getter Robo. Gurren is a love letter to Getter, and even Kill la Kill, the three main girls are basically female versions of Ryoma, Hayato, and Musashi. Like, these two men's influence on anime is still felt today. There's my pseudo mini rant about Ken Ishikawa and Go Nagai. Also, for this mission, you're going to deploy a lot of machines with either barrier piercers or heavy damage. Because, there's a reason I didn't want to do this mission until I had Getter Robo. Yeah. And so was Ken Ishikawa. They both pushed the medium as a whole in different ways. Ken Ishikawa was, how much gore can I get away with? Like, the man loved body horror and eldritch elements. Like, even his works outside of, Getter are really fucking gory. Here it comes. Something's there. That's... The IF confirmed. It's Guy Go, affiliated with the GGG Mobile Squad. Last I checked, we're not kids anymore. Yes, because Ryoma and Amuro would know these two back when they worked with Jay and Guy. Ryoma has fingers in every pie. That's Kaido, alright. Authorized for Final Fusion. Final Fusion approved. Successor to King of the Braves, Gao Gai Gar. It's the new King of the Braves. GG equal Braves, and Braves equal heroes. So yeah, Gao Gai Go and has another machine with the pilot switch ability. So as Gao Gai Go has two active pilots with Mamoru and Kaido, they both have their own little quirks in terms of the way they pilot the machine. In terms of Gao Gai Go, we got a couple familiar attacks here we've seen before. Drill Knee, Broken Phantom, and Hell and Heaven. We also have the Synapse attack. So talk about the song that is playing. This is Galgai Go, if I remember correctly, it's called Galgai Go Juvenile Mix. It is the song that was made for an opening for Galgai Gar versus Betterman. Again, it has never been animated. They've got it written. They've got the music team ready to go like, please, just let us. I think the argument of why they haven't made it an actual anime yet is the question of demand. Because... Oh. The Tokyo Tree and Galgai Gar. Oh yeah, because Hikaru and the other Magic Knights are from this Earth. They would know about Galgai Gar. That brave lion. Oh, she's talking about the lion mech that Guy fuses with to create Galgai Gar. I'm so happy I bought the premium sound pack. There are so many good songs in this pack. Ryoma, I don't think you fight like anyone else. You fight like a goddamn demon. So yeah, the main issue we're gonna have is, as you can see, Amuro cannot deal any damage to this thing. So let's quickly pull up the stats on them. I talked about this back during SRT. Xandar Barrier nullifies any damage that does less than 2,000. That's why I wanted to come in here with, at the very least, I needed fucking, above all, Getter. I'm also just kind of just vibing a little bit to the music. Yeah, no. That's the thing. I hate fighting these things early in SR30. Okay, when I first played this, when SR30 first came out, this was my first Super Robot Wars game I ever played. I didn't know how bad of a combo this was going to be. And the new King of the Braves, it's so dazzling. But, I was bouncing around missions because I was I was actually playing it on my Discord server with my mods and some of my other friends. In particular, there's one set of missions I was saving for our mod, who is, I think, still currently in chat, hanging somewhere, PK, and then there was my other mod who dips in every so often, Dark Spirits here, who I was saving the Getter mission for, as Getter Robo is his favorite. And the other team, well, we're going to be hitting up after we get, Mazin. Ernie's just like, yes! Yes! Miracle born from the combination of different cultures. Galgai Go is the prime example of my dream. I can love Ernie. Like, everyone else is like, I like this, like, oh, we've been through war and everything. And Ernie's just like, big robot! Oh my god, that would be so much fun! I actually enjoy Knights of Magic. I find Ernie to be really fun. Its core has a human host, meaning it's going to be on a completely different scale compared to everything else we've been fighting. I kind of liked the philosophical debate going on in the last few episodes. Or is it because it's just Ernie being fucking Ernie? Let's see. Can you? Nope, not yet. So actually, let's show off this, because Hell in Heaven and everything, we've seen these animations before. But we've never seen Synapse attack. This is, I believe, a technique developed during Betterman. From what I can gather. Just break synthesize. And just charge through with another claw. I don't know. I've never watched. Fair. I like both. Like, give me a cool space battleship, but also like that thing I liked about SRV, where you had, it's like, yes, we have the big space battleship, but we should also use the mechs. Because the space battleships, just like Ernie said, would just lead to big gun mentality. Or can often just lead to big gun mentality. Finally, Amuro could get some kills. All it took was getting to attack sequence. And look, even with the nerf of not having 3 pilots and having its stats cut, Getter is still one-shotting shit. Fear Getter. I do like it, a lot of his stuff when he's alone. No, I do. It's mostly like the fact. Okay, to talk about the way. To talk about the way Getters work. Getters are at their best when they have 3 pilots. you can operate them with one, but you're just cutting its performance every time. This actually leads to some really cool visual sequences in Getter Robo Armageddon, where Ryoma is deployed in a beat-up Getter 1. Musashi eventually shows up in a Getter 3. They start losing the machine, so they open Get, recombine into Getter 1 with Musashi's in the part for Getter 3. Ryoma's in the top part of Getter, and they just have an AI-controlled Getter 2. All three Get machines have unique names. I forget what the originals were called. We didn't get to use Hell or Heaven, but you know what? We'll have plenty of time with these people, with Mamoru and Ideal in their own machine. I mean, Kaido. Okay, just gotta purify the core. There's the same chant as always. And the person controlling the robot? Is Thanatos, which is the leader... Okay, I just want to see... He's the leader of Bionet. Okay, I was trying to make sure that here's the thing, I don't know enough about this to tell you if who's from Betterment and who isn't. Outside of, well, certain characters. And here he is. Lamia Betterman. They've surpassed the limits of mankind. Life forms with superior environmental adaptability. They can do what? The Betterment in their toothpaste hair. No, if you want toothpaste hair, that is Fire Emblem. Okay, Bionet's a thing from GalGaiGar, extended series content. Thanatos only shows up in GalGaiGar versus Betterment. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell what is... with everything going on here with Betterment and GalGaiGar, just because of the fact this has never been animated, so it's all kind of, unless you've read the original book or the novelization. I think there's a translated version out there on the net. You just gotta look around for it. It does. You're gonna be thrown off a little bit. Confrontation against who? Just leaves. Refuses to elaborate. Creatures of what? So also, by the way, because if you notice, his is in parentheses, I don't believe he's speaking a language we know. I think that or it's because it's telepathy. All will be turned to light. There's more than one Betterment. They don't talk, so it's all through telepathy? Okay. So it is telepathy? There are 7 Bettermen. Also, yeah, they could open an ES window by themselves, which we needed missiles to do that shit. So, yeah, the Conqueror King must be fought. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Refuses to elaborate, leaves. The Conqueror King. Well, don't worry, we'll get the explanation for that later. This is Mamoru, captain of the GGG Mobile Squad. And then we have Akumi Kaido, vice captain, the main head driver. And they were friends with Koji Kabuto's little brother, Shiro. Who yeah, we need to go get Koji and, well, Shiro and Tetsuya. We also gotta find Koji. Yeah, the Galgai Guard Corps was Galleon, the spaceborne mechanical lion from the Trinary solar system. So there was a second being in Galgai Guard. But yeah, since Galgai Go is all Earth, it's an Earth-made core machine called the Kakusijin Gai, which is, yeah, the series of neuronoids. The Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department as soon as possible. So it wants me to go to Zilkston. We're gonna hit Overflowing Evil. And then I am going to... I've been putting off the star missions for a while. We're gonna do them next. We got Shiro and Tetsuya, two familiar pilots who Tetsuya we've become very familiar with and have also been stabbed in the back by him once. Koji's a researcher at the new Photon Power Laboratory. And the ship begins about him and Sayaka. Oh, yeah, he hasn't told anyone yet. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That just says Koji doesn't see them much at all. That's the working theory. You know what? That's a pretty solid working theory. He was there during the Hells Uprising. There was no way they missed him. And so the new ones that are popping up are as strong as the ones that Mazinger Z fought back in the day. And there's a powerful, unique Kaiju that has not been seen. As you can see, we got two groups of, well, we had two groups of mass-produced suits. They've completely destroyed all of them. We got Jeka J1, a kaiju that Mazinger destroyed. I'm going to actually... Yeah. I'm going to let them come to me because, yeah, well, these two are perfectly fine machines. This is not a fight I'd want to go in with them. Jetfire P1, except it's different. This is the Ashura P1. It's a super kaiju. Built for Baron Ashura. They're back. Because, yeah, better explain what the fuck is going on. I mean, yeah, no one's fought yet, but you know what? Okay, have this conversation. For the Rockanium? Fucking Ryoma giving people shit. Yeah. So Baron Ashura has like basically become a children's horror story at this point in time. You want some... Wait. So you owe Koji, Ryoma, and Amuro big time. Well, let's hit him with at least 2 of the 3. So yeah, the main goal is just to destroy Ashura, but we're gonna destroy everything. And Bright, I don't know, I think Ryoma respects Bright, but he made Bright work for that shit. So, talk about the Mazinger teams here. This is the same team we worked with back in in Super Robot Wars T. This is the Mazinger Infinity version of these characters. So pretty much nothing really for me to go over stat-wise. It's everything we saw before. And we have the opening to Great Mazinger here. The original opening to Great Mazinger. And for Shiro, we have the opening for Mazinger Infinity. Gonna try to feed a couple kills to Amuro to get him closer to getting his free upgrade. Pretty much my main goal right now is to feed kills to Amuro and to feed kills to Uso. Because they both get upgrades, early upgrades if they get enough kills. Let's move up you. The one machine that I kind of feel really bad for right now is Rayearth, just because Rayearth gets really powerful late game. It needs to get those abilities, and it just doesn't get them to, like, the end of the Magic Knight storyline. I mean, Grant, even without them, Rayearth's Flame Sword still deals pretty decent damage. It's just nothing compared to, like, for example, Spiral Flash. I'd say that because we've already seen all the stuff from Rayearth during, SRV, not VT. I'm gonna play because I want to see if he'll say the line. Oh, fuck, I didn't turn on animation. You're trying to claim Ryoma is powerless without Hayato and Musashi. Don't assume everybody's as needy as you two lovebirds. Fucking Ryoma. Amuro is at 28. Go to the one other ace unit, so it's just the one. Alas! We're just gonna beat it out of you. Oh wow, I can outrange it. I didn't know I could outrange them. You terrify me, so I'm just gonna get rid of you. I'm happy the fact that the premium sound pack included, like, it included Great Mazinga's theme. Because, otherwise Tetsuya just gets the Mazin Infinity theme. You go down together as a happy couple. Yeah, Great just has a sword. It's actually one of the weapons that he can use without permission from the UN. If I remember correctly, he can use... Weapons he can use without permission are... Drill Pressure Punch and the sword. And like some of the like smaller weapons, but he can use the finishing moves like Great Booster, Breast Fire, or Thunder Break. That is their grand vision. Good old school villain stuff, and she's got a bad feeling about this. If Hikaru has a bad feeling, something's going to happen. And Rayearth knows something's wrong. We know what's up. We dealt with it in SRT. We know what their goal is. Because that is still here. Fight isn't over. It's just beginning. Yeah, I love it. It's something, and I like that the characters who are self-aware of the tropes are the characters who should be self-aware of the tropes. Like, for example, we have the Majestic Prince crew, especially like Izuru, because Izuru wants to make his own manga that has the hero obsession. Ernie knows the tropes because he is from our world and knows the tropes. For a couple of them, it's like, yeah, generic bad guy shit. Go die. Never change, and I mean that in a good way. Here are the Mysian War. Look at these kids. Is he your type? Yep. She scares me. A combat professional. He's been trained since he was a kid to fight the Mysians. I don't know enough about Great Mazinger to give full explanation, but from my understanding, they had an ancient prophecy for the Mysians returning. So that's why Great Mazinger was built and why they had Tetsuya training from such a young age. They knew this was coming, and they knew it was going to be a different kind of warrior to stand up to them. I mean, granted, like, one of the Mysians is Hades. And, I mean, it took both Mazingers, I think, to take down Hades. Combat professional. Are you still happy? God, her and Nine are trying to ship the protagonist with fucking Tetsuya. But also, Tetsuya's already married in this timeline, so bad, Babby. Bad. Yeah, and Tetsuya's not stupid. He knows if this gets as bad as they're predicting, we're going to need Koji. The bonking stick.